So I talk a lot on this channel about the raw power of Instagram, but as we like to say, you have no results without consistency. And so I want to share a few tips on how to be more consistent with your social media strategy on Instagram or whatever other platform you're into. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stefanie Lugo, and if you want to grow your real estate business and have a little fun while you're at it, you've got to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I'm dropping new videos just like this, and I'm sharing strategies and tips around your real estate business and social media marketing. Okay, so if you follow me, you know that we are all in on Instagram. My husband and I are both actively top producing real estate agents here in Arizona, and Instagram is our favorite way to connect with new clients. And last year alone, we were able to generate multiple six figures in gross commission income from Instagram alone. So the power is huge on Instagram, and this is the exact stuff that I'm helping agents do in the Market Authority Academy to double and triple their business too. So believe me when I say this stuff works, but at the end of the day, I'm still getting a lot of questions of, Stefanie, how do you be consistent on social media? I get that it's important. I know I'm supposed to be showing up. The consistency is where I struggle. So I want to help you with a few tips, things you may not have thought of, just to make it a little easier to be consistent and generate massive results. Okay, tip number one, set your expectations. This is true with any marketing source. Okay, you have to set your expectations and just have an idea of how long it's really going to take before you start to generate real results. Okay, so let me ask you about farming. If you've ever thought about farming a neighborhood and sending out mailers, would you think that after one mailer, you're going to have a phone ringing off the hook with all kinds of opportunities for listings? No. In fact, it takes an average of 12 to 18 months to even see huge results from farming. This is a long-term play. Same thing, kind of, on Instagram. It's gonna take a little time. Now, I say a rule of thumb to really be able to measure any results from any lead source that you're trying to market is 6 months. You've got to give anything about 6 to 12 months of consistent work and investment of time and money before you really have enough data to know whether or not it's working. Luckily on Instagram, there's a lot of things that you can do to see results faster, like this Instagram hack that I shared a little while back, so check out that video if you haven't. However, consistency is still key, particularly on Instagram, because when you show up, your audience may not have heard from you in a while or ever. I'm looking at some of you agents who are just starting out, that's okay. And you need to really warm up your audience. You need to build trust, build credibility before they feel confident enough to reach out to you for help with their most prized and valuable asset in their entire life, okay? So set your expectations and give it the time that it needs. Number two, you gotta commit to a schedule, right? We like to say if it's not in your calendar, it ain't gonna happen. And that's really true with posting to social media. Now, I'm not saying to create a rigid schedule that is going to brand you a failure if you don't post on time every time you say you're going to post. That's not the goal here. It's really just to create flexible habits, okay? So for me, for example, my rule of thumb is I'm posting to the feed 3 times a week. I know that I need to do that, and I really shoot hard for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I try to show up on those days. Sometimes I show up a little more, sometimes I kind of miss the mark and I have to move things around, but I know that if I'm showing up in my feed on Instagram about 3 times a week, I'm doing good. Otherwise, my other rule of thumb is showing up on the stories every single day if I can, with my face. You know that's really important if you follow me. And then I try to do one more thing a week, okay? I try to add a reel, or I try to go live on Instagram Live, or I try to add an IGTV. I just try to do something else so that people know that I exist. Now, this all sounds like a lot, but really it breaks down to about 20 minutes or less a day on Instagram. And I don't feel bad about this time because this is prospecting. I'm creating real connection. I'm having conversations. I'm setting appointments. This is time that I'm just building into my prospecting schedule to make sure that I'm making the contacts that I need to make. So there's your second tip, set a schedule. Number 3 is do the things that you enjoy and do the things that you must. okay? Especially when it comes to Instagram, there are so many ways on this app that you can show up in a big way. That doesn't mean you have to do all of them. So if you're the person that absolutely cannot stomach the idea of going live, don't touch Instagram Live. Nobody is here telling you you have to do something that you absolutely hate, because honestly, if someone's telling you that, you're going to be much less likely to be consistent because it causes so much pain and friction in your schedule. Instead, I challenge you to try a little bit of all of it. Show up on the stories, show up on Instagram Reels, just try making one. It's so much easier than you think, and I actually have a video about that linked below. Make your posts to the feed, really get a feel for all of the different things that you can do on Instagram, and choose a couple of the things that you love to do. For me, I love Instagram Reels. That's one of my favorite new features. It's really popular on Instagram. It explodes my reach, and they're really fun and easy, simple to make. The production value is way less than you may think it is. And then also, you gotta just commit to doing the things you must, right? So you have to be showing up on the stories. If you are posting to the feed and not simultaneously showing up on the stories, you are leaving so much potential on the table, and I don't want you to do that. Check out the video I also have linked below for stories, tips, and hacks, okay? If you're uncomfortable in that environment, give it some time to test out. I have a bunch of strategies to make it easy for you that's linked below. Do that work and make sure that you're doing the things that you must, so that as you're being consistent and putting the time in here, you're going to give yourself the best shot of success and actually being able to see results. Number 4, find things you love and save for inspo, okay? This is super easy. You should enjoy being on Instagram, and a big part of my R&D, I guess, research and development time when it comes to building out my Instagram strategy is spending time on the app like a user. Like, I just think of myself as a local buyer or seller that I'm trying to get in front of in my market. I put myself in their shoes, and I try to think about what I might be looking for on Instagram if I were them. I head to the Explore page. You just hit that little magnifying glass icon at the bottom of Instagram. You head to the Explore page. That's gonna show you a curated feed of content suggested to you from Instagram. Check out what grabs your attention. Watch some reels. See what makes you laugh. See what makes you think. And then take your cues from that kind of content and build strategies from there. Swipe and adapt some things that you like. There's a lot of ways that you can just kind of create your own unique strategy off of finding things that you enjoy interacting with, because chances are your audience is going to enjoy that as well. My favorite little hack here is you can save these pieces of content. So if you see a post, check out that little save icon. It's going to be on the bottom right hand of that post. Click save. You're going to be able to save that to a collection that you can name, and name it post ideas. Just have a way that you can come back to that later and see things that you've been able to pull through and curate for yourself of ideas and inspiration for your own post topics. And last but not least, I have a bonus tip for you. Find support. If you want to be one of these success stories who's going out and booking appointments every week and generating $300,000 in gross commission income from your Instagram audience, right? From being able to connect with these awesome buyers and sellers and providing value and service, you need support. You don't have to do it alone. So I'm going to suggest you check out my Market Authority Academy. It's a mentorship program that's available to real estate agents of all experience levels, and we really help you dial in these strategies, learn what to say, how to say it in a way that's going to help you connect authentically with real people, real buyers and sellers who need your help and your expertise. All of those details are linked below, and you can book a time to chat with me directly, and we can just decide if working together is a good fit. That sounds cool to you? You'll find that information below. I really hope that you found these tips helpful. Thanks so much for tuning in, and if you haven't hit subscribe yet, be sure to do that and hit that bell notification icon to be notified the next time I'm dropping more tips just like this. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep on crushing it.